노래들이 정말 다 인정받고 많이 들어주는 그런 세상이 왔으면 좋겠습니다.
How to bite the hands that feed them. South Korea government is the epitome of this right now. SK Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism ordered again an investigation into the rumor of chart tricking practiced by BTS agency HYBE back in 2017. The first and only artist who just surpassed 39 billion streams on Spotify, artist with most organic sales, sold out stadium that also within minutes, whose songs are chanted by the world no matter what fandom they belong to. The artists who promoted Korean culture prestige to the world brought trillions won in their country economy. And they are still here facing this by their own country when they are serving the very country right now. So here to remind once again how these 7 men who are the greatest soft power and national treasure of this country and how this country owe them in economy, culture, politics, social prestige and more. The first time BTS attended BBMAs and won an honor as the first Korean artist, their global popularity skyrocketed, and South Korean politicians started to frequently use BTS for international relationships in various ways. For instance, BTS album gifted to other countries' highest representatives during diplomacy of Moroccan military visits. In 2017 to 2018, BTS were frequently invited to political and national events, such as Korea-France Friendship Event in Paris 2018. The Foreign Affairs Minister of Mexico promised he would vote South Korea for the World Expo bid if they get BTS to have a concert in Mexico. According to 2019, Forbes reported BTS is producing a jaw-dropping 4.65 billion US to the annual GDP of South Korea. Forbes stated it puts BTS in the same economic league as Samsung, which is not only one of the world's leading supplier of electronics but also an octopus across all the industries in South Korea itself. Forbes also cited BTS 2019 impact as greater than annual output of countries like Maldives and Fiji. BTS level has been repeatedly compared also to other biggest conglomerates based in South Korea such as Hyundai and LG. Not only this, BTS also helps and endorses these brands based in South Korea. Last year, the Korean HRI Research Institute reported BTS impact to South Korean economy already generated 56.2 trillion won in span of less than 10 years. That is around 32.6 billion USD, which is projected to be even greater than the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Even BTS single Dynamite estimated to be 1.7 trillion won, which is 1.4 billion in USD in just the first 2 weeks after its release, whose impact is greater than the top export goods, arts or celebrities in South Korea economy. BTS carried K-pop industry growth on their back since 2017. Their global breakout immediately scored a boost to South Korea music market by 150%, raising it for the first time ever to number 6 among global markets, where it stayed until 2021 when they announced pause at group activities. Just from their announcement of lesson group activities not only affected their own label but also the other K-pop companies and caused national hysteria. And now back to the World Expo 2030. South Korean greatly hope to win the host bid because it's an economic boost comparable only to Olympics or football champions. The government scouted BTS to be honorary ambassadors and made them hold a free concert, pulling 52K audience. They burdened BTS with all the cost and organizational task of this concert. Even their own event, BTS presence everywhere in 2023 contributed to massive boost with only short appearance by RM. It contributed to massive boost in department store chain sales, hotels, tourism and many more. Every single event of BTS brings tremendous benefit. Their last tour spot in Seoul 2019 final of Speak Yourself has generated nearly a trillion won, which is nearly 700 million USD. So on an average, BTS attracts around 800k foreign tourists every year. And it's just not BTS economic impact just in monetary value, but it's also giving South Korean jobs opportunities, creating new workplaces, improving their quality of life. The new stadium K Culture Valley, which is building because of high demand for BTS concert, that alone is expected to generate 24k new job places. The South Korean government has always used BTS as an image and political soft power, calling them to raise or save the national prestige while also throwing mud on them. And this just the half of the things from the list of BTS did for their country. It's a shame how once they themselves pointed out the chart manipulating issue in this industry, and they said to artists to be organic and let the people decide. And now today they are being the wrongly accused, and it has happened again and again. Regardless, they have stood united and invincible with their fans and always will be. So armies, just always remember what Suga said.